If I decide that I've been in that boat.
Okay, get out the boat. Get back on this boat.
I had a job.
And you quit.
And no, I didn't. I resigned.
That's quitting.
It's not quitting. Quitting is I can't do the job. Resigning is I give my job back to you. I don't want it no more. No, that's the difference. I have no problem with somebody quitting the job.
So, because it was killing you.
So
why did you apply to the same job again?
Let's begin now.
Got my first job at Comcast. Mm-hmm. You was charging me $300 a month. Okay, what were you doing with that $300?
You got some daggone trust issues.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. I'm gonna tell you something. You can't.
Y'all was in there shopping together.
Do not get married.
Y'all was in there shopping together.
Do not get married.
Well, I'm Mike. This is my beautiful mom, Linda.
Hey, y'all.
Welcome back to another episode of the Mike and His Mom Show. I am your host, Mike Banks for Real. Be sure to follow me on all social media platforms at Mike Banks for Real.
Something about that introduction.
It's like a noisy baby. I just learned to drown it out. I don't hear it.
Oh, noisy baby.
I don't hear it anymore.
Did you see how the noisy baby bounced up like he was on his bouncy?
It's my beautiful mom in the middle,
Hey.
Linda, and my sister Shannon,
My beautiful
Shanae
daughter.
to the far left. If you notice anything different,
Not that far.
you're not that far.
Yeah, don't say the far left.
If you notice anything different, I have decided to change.
Wait a minute. Oh my God. It's always.
I've decided to change.
You. Go ahead.
I've decided to tap into my interior design skills and change our set around a tad bit. We're still playing with it, but this will be the set moving forward, if you will.
Okay, I need you to duck real quick because I think Jesus is about to send that bolt of lightning. Did it get you?
I'm comfortable.
I should have smacked you.
It's all right.
I'm comfortable, a little cozy, we're a little close.
It's
But family is supposed to be close, which is the idea behind the set.
Is it?
really?
He was actually way against it at first.
These family conversations on the couch should be a lot more. Should be a lot more. What's the word?
Intimate. The leaves hanging beside his ears.
A lot more intimate, yes, but a lot more practical. Just done more often.
Realistic.
Whatever. So here we are. How was you guys' week?
How was your week? Do you remember? Or are you still having it on your mind? Talk about it, Shannon.
Come back
Please
to
talk
me.
about it. When I get to my week, I'm going to be a little minute.
Okay, come back to me, Mom.
Oh, it's going to be a little minute?
We might not have time to come back to you because when I get to my week, we got to start the show.
I took my braids out.
There we go.
I need to take
Oh, you
mine
did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. I know.
I just was looking like a mop. I didn't like it. That was it.
Is it a good mop? Because all mops aren't, hey.
It was a used mop.
Use mop. Okay. All right. Okay.
Mother.
So my week was tiresome. I worked some extra hours on my job, getting some things done, pulling a few extra dollars here and there. And I think at the end of the day, when I looked at my check, I guess
I had that feeling too. Oh my God.
I'm telling you, and that made
bruh.
See?
No.
Sis,
I had that
stop calling me
feeling
bro.
too.
But you know what that made me think about? Other things outside of the job that I really need to begin to really work on and hone into and make other things work. Because I'm like, all them hours I put in, is this what I got? Whoa. I mean, hey, I'm grateful, but it's an eye opener. It's just not knocking it. It just opened my eyes to the reality of doing more. Like I can put more into their business. I can put more into my own business as well to reap more benefits for me and my family and even the other people that I will bless along the way. It's like, what? I'm just like, so, I'm really trying to talk a little bit more because he's going to take up all the minutes.
No, I'm not.
It seems like when you work more overtime, your check looks smaller.
It was smaller.
Even though it's bigger, it's like, but the percentage don't add up.
Right. And it was like all that time I put in. I mean, okay, but thank you. I appreciate it. Eye opener.
Yeah, I had the same feeling too when I got paid recently. It was like, bro.
Let's ask you a question. You say how I was. I say your week.
How was?
I speak loud.
Okay. How was your week?
What did you say?
I don't know what y'all are doing right now.
I say your week.
How was
your week?
How cute. How cute. My week was, I had a great week. And it all started Sunday. I went to the Millennium Tour Sunday night here in Baltimore. Bow Wow was on the card. Bow Wow, Trey Songz, Omarion, Boosie, Plies, Rick Ross, Ying Yang Twins, Sammy.
Sammy?
Sammy.
I like Sammy.
Who was Sammy?
He's a singer.
This is Sammy on my job.
Bow Wow brought out a local Baltimore artist.
Who?
Scola, YBS Scola.
Oh, really? Okay,
You
I know
familiar?
that is.
Okay. And I forgot who else was on there. But boy,
It was really
did I have a time.
Did you?
We got sweet, of course.
I know.
How much did it cost?
I asked to go and he wouldn't let me go.
I called you when I got there and
He
said,
called me when he got there to say, you want to come?
How much did it cost?
we're privileged.
You had to pay for nothing again?
Oh, what to say? If I had to pay, I wasn't going to.
Yeah, we're privileged.
So you had to pay again?
You did?
He has a very sweet life.
I did.
Yeah. People give us some money?
The reason why, I was on cloud nine from Sunday till Tuesday.
Okay.
That's probably why he didn't answer the phone. Remember I said I was calling him?
yeah,
So you was on that
yeah.
cloud.
Because it took me back to a time, like, I guess that's what like the tour does a little bit. And it was just so much. That was my first concert too.
Ever?
Yeah, I've never been to a concert.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it was just so much fun. My favorite part was Boosie.
Boosie?
Yes.
You don't got nothing to do with those guys, though, do we?
Not as much.
What
Why
do you
was
think?
he there? It doesn't seem like
Didn't he fit?
Yeah.
It was just, But it took me back to like between 2007, 2011-ish when we graduated high school, and that's when he kind of like started making his wave. And we were just outside during that time, like car clubs, Drew Hill Park on Sundays. Like it was just a good time.
They still do that at your park?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no,
People don't go to your park no more?
no. I think no.
Why they stop
That
it?
time has passed. It's just not. Right now, it's bike life, so they'll ride bikes up and down the street down there. But as far as all the cars going to the park and just parking on the grass, chilling, being in the
They
mix,
don't do that anymore?
No.
Well, they started building it up anyway again, so they had to shut it down for a while, didn't
I'm 36. I haven't been there almost
Wow.
eons.
You haven't been
I had
there.
so much fun that I wanted to share with the world how much fun I had. So I posted some clips on my Facebook page in my stories.
Nobody liked them?
Oh yes, I got a bunch of likes and some messages and some comments.
Uh-huh.
I got one particular message from my mother
Oh, yeah!
that said,
I didn't see him.
she said, no matter how much I love you, I'm not going to hell with you when you. That's what she.
Say that! I did not say that!
In my story, that's exactly what she was saying.
It did not say
Is that what she
that.
was saying?
That's what she said.
I said...
She said, what side of the fence are you on?
That's what
That's
I
what
said.
she said.
Said
With
you
so many
can't-
words, I'm not going to hell with you when you go. That's what it sounded like. That's what I heard her say.
See,
we don't
well,
listen.
and we don't listen.
Because I posted a clip of Boosie.
Oh, Lord. I
What?
can see why she said that.
But it was just so much. Oh, man. What a time.
Oh,
Was
what
the
a time.
food really good?
Oh, we
And
just
sweet.
had pizza.
They wouldn't bring like food.
All we ordered was pizza.
Oh.
Yeah.
So the booth didn't give them that kind of privilege.
No, we could order what we wanted, but all we ordered was pizza.
Why? Did you have to pay for it?
No,
No, it's like endless food.
I'm not gonna say endless.
It was when I went.
Yeah, but, I mean you gotta pay for it.
I didn't have to pay for anything.
You just said, I just said you should pay for it. You said no.
No, I'm saying you have to pay. You have to pay for the food.
That's why I asked you.
All you said, I have to pay for it.
No, whoever ordered food, you got to pay for it. You, whoever,
Yeah.
y'all eating it?
I think the arena covered it though. If I'm not mistaken.
Did the arena cover your cost of getting
I
in?
think the arena covered everything for us. If I'm not mistaken.
Who's us?
Who's us? Why did the red
Yeah,
cheese
yeah,
food?
who's us? Who's us?
That's just how it goes.
That's how it goes
That's
when
how-
people trying to hide their money.
That's how it goes.
They make up stuff.
Right, they make
I'm
up
being
stuff.
for real. We got the call. Say, hey, we want y'all to come.
We
So,
want y'all
I don't
to
want
come.
I don't want to
Who
get.
is
I don't
y'all?
want to get stuck there.
Okay. They probably didn't want you to come. You just was hanging out with the
I
people
don't
that
want to get
went.
stuck. But that was my week.
Okay.
So last time we talked, we were beginning the process of sharing space, if you will. Voila.
But you know, we can share space, but why can't we share the booth space?
Right.
You can.
Once he realized he don't want to take anybody else, and then he'll call us while he's down there. Say,
Yeah, come on down.
Right.
You ain't got nowhere to park. Everybody's already
I'm like,
there.
Where you at? I'm here already. I'm like, oh really? You gonna call me now?
We were talking about sharing space. Me opening up my doors. Well, her opening up her doors. These are her doors, not mine. My mother opening up her doors.
See, there we go. See. Were you forced?
To my sister and her family.
Were you forced?
No.
Okay.
And I've decided to put my space in a separate part of the house, if you will, to occupy the lower quarters. And while in those quarters, I had an epiphany that I shared with my mother. I was telling her that a few years ago, I asked, could I put my room in the basement? I know I just graduated high school. And she told me no. And at the time, I don't really remember what her...
I just want to say that was more than a few years ago.
I know.
Almost 20 years ago.
Yes.
Almost 2 decades.
Yes. Go ahead.
Actually, literally.
At the time, I don't remember what her why was. But we'll get into that as we talk about the topic. But God dropped on me, I understand it now, when I was just sitting in the basement. Oh, I'm sorry, the quarters, my lower quarters. When I was sitting in my lower quarters, it made sense. So I called my mother and said, hey, I understand why you told me no all those years. Because the idea, and I told one of my homeboys this too when we were over here, the idea of living in your mother's basement as a man can breed and birth a level of comfort that make...
You wasn't a man then.
I'm talking about what I feel now.
Oh.
But I was a young man, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, go ahead.
It can breed and birth a level of comfort that can, one, be a distraction and just deter you from being productive. And we were talking about it off mic just now, so I said, let's bring this conversation to the show, and you can tell them what you, as the mom, what you were saying, and I'll chime in.
Well, I was saying, first I said, we scared. Like, why you? And he was saying, I'm not scared.
That's not what happened. I said she don't listen.
Well, hey, that's what I'm saying, because you said I don't listen, because I said you were scared. You said you're not scared. But anyway, make a long story short.
No, keep it long.
Okay, make a long story short. I was trying to explain to Mikey, because I don't call him Mike, really, that being in the basement, because when my brother was in that basement, it took him to a different height in the world, so to speak.
So how was Journey before he went to the basement?
I can't remember. What he got to the basement?
Oh, you know.
But
you
like
can,
if you're doing things that you shouldn't do, or you can start doing things, you can be drawn into I'm gonna sneak people into the back door. I'm gonna have parties down there. I'm gonna be drinking. I'm gonna be doing all kinds of things that I shouldn't do. You can get caught up in that lifestyle, or you can get caught up in the lifestyle of being productive. So for you to say that you can see and you are uncomfortable already, that you don't like the idea of it, I believe that God's trying to tell you something. Stay focused, because you have friends that will be trying to knock on the door with, hey, can I come over today? This is a good example. Hey man, what you doing? I'm gonna come over. I'm around the corner. Now you know that your sister and the kids and stuff is here. It's easy to say, come through the back door. It's easy. I'm trying to show you some examples. I'm going upstairs, y'all, taking it in, because your homeboy just called you. You don't want to bring him through the front door, but I'm gonna bring him through the back door.
Why would I want to bring him through the front door though?
But why would you want to?
Well, you almost said you was using the back door.
Oh, I meant that back door.
Oh, okay.
I mean back door in the basement.
I know what you meant. I'm talking about. I meant that back door to the Shannon. But why wouldn't I just bring my company through the front door? Like if I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
You can answer that question all day long. You can ask that question all day long. It's a reason why. I can't answer that for you. But it's a reason why God put it on your spirit and you down to see and you're uncomfortable. There is a reason why. I don't know the reason why. I just can give you some insight of things that took place, things that can take place. And you gotta decide that this place down here is gonna be my level of not being uncomfortable, but my level of now is trying to birth something new, to birth some ideas, to do this, to do that, and not get caught up in I'm uncomfortable now. Because that uncomfortability can change to a negative thing. I believe is why he dropped in your spirit. Now, I don't know why. That because you said it's also something's focused around Junie. That is some of the things that happen. Bringing people in and out the basement, getting high, doing drugs. Not saying that you're doing all that stuff, but if you start sneaking somebody in and out the basement, if you start bringing whatever, I'm not saying. But why did he drop it in your spirit? You know you more than I know you. God knows you. So I think he's now showing you, I'm protecting you from seen and unseen dangers.
But you did see. Oh, what you said, see?
I understand that.
What was your point in bringing it up?
To my mother?
Mm-hmm.
When I brought it up to her on the phone?
Mm-hmm.
I guess, like, just as the child, like when your parents tell you stuff in the moment, you may not. I guess we can mirror it to the conversation now.
Mm-hmm.
Like when your parents try to tell you something, and I guess in that moment you don't get it, but then as you begin to grow and mature, it's like, dang, my parents were right this whole time. It was one of them moments, like.
But why is it right?
What you mean?
Like, what about it? What is it that she said that made you feel like, ooh?
It just hit me. Yeah,
But you still want to be there. You said, I don't like it, but I don't want to change it.
I said I don't like it?
Yeah. Said it. You said it earlier. You definitely said it earlier.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I don't. Okay, I don't. Yeah, yes. I don't like it.
You listen a lot better than.
Right.
I don't like it per se. But I don't dislike it enough
to give it up.
To
the exchange isn't worth it.
Right. Because I'm speaking more so of just I still want to have my own space in my space. That's what I'm saying. But what's the word? He just gave it to me. But the tricks, I guess what you were explaining, that can come with it, I'm now aware of, I guess. So I gotta.
There you go. See, you're really not. I don't think you really are.
Because what are these tricks?
I gotta be. Well, now that we're talking about it, it's clicking to me.
Okay, what?
Just to get caught up, like I can't. It's like I'm trying to explain it off camera. It's like having your own 1-bedroom apartment in a house full of people. Like now that I'm not using this whole space.
It sounds like you have some stuff within that you're like, I'm unleashing it.
Nah, because I could do that.
That's my point.
I could
so
do that
what is
now.
the discomfort? That's why I'm confused.
But I don't think you fully understand the discomfort level yet. I don't think you fully understand it until
you're saying like this is a warning,
right?
And you can't seen and unseen. You can't see it.
Yeah.
You can't see that. You can't see what you're being warned against.
Yeah.
Or what the warning is about.
Right.
That's what you're saying.
But when it comes, you will either say yes or you will say no. And it could be a small, like, well, I'm saying nothing. And then this is how things start.
Because I'm trying to figure out what is it that could happen that, like, you can do anything you want now. Like, what is it?
It's just I really can't. Okay. I've had friends. You just gotta be in that mix, and I don't mean mix like that. But I've had friends that lived in the basement or lived in the attic, so to speak, just like away from everybody. And thank you, God. I've seen the mess that it turned into because it's comfortable.
And what is it? Not cleaning the room?
No.
It's
a lifestyle.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's a lifestyle.
It's
a lifestyle.
Loneliness?
No, it's a lifestyle.
You could be lazy. You could be unproductive. You can like you said off camera. You can just sink in the basement, or in that case, the attic, whatever, like wherever the space is.
It's not just sick and being depressed. It's that.
Yeah, I don't mean depressed.
Yeah, it's not that. It's the things that's going to come along with it. And not only here's no part. Not only will sometimes we think about ourselves only. Not only was Junie affected, Heike was affected. Everybody that lived there or didn't live there was affected by the changes that happened in his life. So not only will you be affected, because eventually it's going to catch on if something goes down. Everybody in the household is going to be affected. If something was to change, if something was to go wrong. And so there is a warning. Take heed to what you was taught years ago, what you was warned about years ago, because now here's your opportunity to take heed and not fall prey, but to rise up above it. Here's your warning.
Even down to the benefit financially, like that can become a part of the comfort.
What you mean?
Like
wasting your money.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And all that could play a role with what goes on in the basement. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh wow.
Yeah. I'll come up now.
No, you just never know. I think people don't pay attention to like the small things that happen or that don't happen that could be a distraction to themselves or to their greater purpose, if you will. So just sitting there that day.
So you had a moment of like kind of like, let's say, laziness. Or
no, it wasn't even. I was.
I don't
just a flash of.
I was just sitting down.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think it's lazy.
And I was just like, yo, hold up, bro. What is this? I was looking around. I do not like this.
But you don't see what you don't like.
Because what it seems like is that you've made your life your whole life has went from a 3-story home to a one larger area, and that's separate from the rest of your family. You know what I'm saying? So now
okay. The basement is just a metaphor.
For what?
I don't know yet.
Oh.
I don't think it's I don't think it's so much more. It's a metaphor to be sneaky. It's a metaphor to do what I ain't gonna do. But now here like when you a child, a child, and your parents say you can't do this. Well, I sneak and do it. Here's a chance. I'm gonna do stuff, and then I'm gonna act like I ain't doing nothing. Ain't nobody gonna know, and eventually, everybody gonna know. Junior was doing stuff and acting like didn't nobody know, and people probably didn't know at the beginning. Then eventually, he got so far caught up in it. It was too goddamn late. He was caught up in it. He was strung out. He was whatever.
Do you think that's a man thing?
What?
Being in
The basement?
Living in your mama's basement.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know that many women who do it. Do you?
I don't know. That's just the only place they got.
I mean, that's the only place they have to live, but typically men choose to go into the basement.
What do you think that's about?
Privacy, to do what they want.
Do what they want to do.
Be left alone.
Right. Right. That.
But I think that is worse than getting your own place.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like a sinister thing. Like it's like I'm doing what I shouldn't be doing while people are right
above me.
Right. Versus being in your own place, you probably don't. Like it's no fun in it.
I don't know yet what the.
You will.
No, I will what?
No.
I'm talking about. I don't. I guess I gotta explore it a little more.
What?
What the basement is a metaphor for? Because it's not. I think it's bigger than just the idea of living in your mother's basement. Like it's like what it represents, what it's symbolic of.
Well, basement. Let's.
But I don't want to get.
We talk about it in the next show.
Stuck there. But I think the broader conversation is. Well, for me, I can't speak for y'all. I can't speak for Shannon. The lesson, so to speak, is even though my the space I'm in is changing. I can't let the place I am in be affected by that. You know what I'm saying?
No. What do you mean about the space you're in?
Like by physical space. Like no matter what's going on around you in life, that's the bigger part of the conversation. No matter what changes are going on around you in life, don't let it affect the place you're in mentally.
Okay.
Like what you're trying to accomplish, what you're trying to achieve. Like, don't. We talked about it last night in our men's session. Well, we didn't talk. They talked about it. I didn't say nothing about distractions and some are even some things in life can be positive distractions. So that's in a nutshell.
See, I can look at it like this for you. Like, I would take the move to the basement since that's what you are standing on. Like, create discipline so that you don't, all the things that you want to do. Like, I want my own privacy. Don't make it private. You get what I'm saying?
Keep the door open.
Keep the door open.
Be a part of everything.
Like,
and that's what most people don't want to do.
Yeah, like don't close your door. Keep the door open. Anybody's gonna be running down there anyway. You know what I mean? So like, just make it an invite and keep it open so you don't feel closed.
Just take the door off the hinges.
You can put some curtains up.
Well,
slide.
So when I had the thought, I had to think about what even though I wanted the privacy of still trying to have my own space, I had to think about what the greater purpose could be behind all of this.
All of
the Brady Bunch.
Okay.
Here's the story.
And as I explained to my mother over the phone, I don't know what this is, what's happening under the heavens, but I think we all have to be responsible with what's happening and use what we have to our advantage. Like, get comfortable in this discomfort in a good way. If like, there's no reason why all of our creative juices shouldn't be flowing a lot more. We're all now under literally one roof. You know what I'm saying? So no, I can't just get off work and run downstairs and close the door now. It just ain't gonna make no sense.
I mean, why not? Go down there, close the door, get yourself together, and come back up.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, I'm talking about staying down there. That's what I'm talking about. No, we're not doing it.
You go down there one time and go to bed.
No, that's a fact. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause I don't even like going there, I don't even going down there now.
But you were going down there before?
I was not.
I think you were going there to watch TV and stuff.
Oh yeah, I don't like it now because that's where I sleep.
Right? So you're there all day.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Well, why don't you bring the TV up from my basement, leave the TV up here?
I'm not gonna do all that.
No, that's a
No, but
the TV.
No, but I'm saying, but that would keep you from going down there. I'm only going down there to go to sleep. I'm not shutting myself off. There is no TV.
Well, I don't watch TV like that anyway, though.
Well, they bring it upstairs.
Unless I'm going to sleep, but no, I'm not
gonna. See, some things you don't want to do, see? Because I don't really want TV in my room.
Well, neither do I.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it because I don't watch TV. I'm not in there enough to watch it. Just something that's on when I'm falling asleep.
I think Shannon asked you a good question.
What?
Even though you don't remember.
Oh, what was it?
What was the difference between upstairs Junie and downstairs Junie? But you don't remember, so sorry. Are you thinking?
Well, I think when he would do what he had to do, he would go down there. If he was getting high, he would be down in the basement. He wouldn't come out to the wall. But eventually, it wore on him so much that he became addicted that now you can see. So I'm gonna stay down here. Nobody bothered him.
And that is another thing. Like, you're kind of out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
So, like, even with Mickey, he'll go in the room and close his door. But I'll go and knock on the door, Mickey, and I'll knock, so I'm coming, then I'll open it. Like, open the door some. Like, let some air. Because I'm like, where's Mickey? Like, if he's off and he don't come out, he does, because he like to be outside. But, like, there could be days that he don't just always come out. And so I'll forget that he's there. But I know he's there. Does that make sense? Because I'm not interacting with him. So it's that you are. But little Josh, he stayed in the basement at that house that we stayed in, to give like Mickey his own space since he was getting bigger. And I think he said he didn't. I want to say he didn't like it being in the basement.
Lord Josh.
So when Michelle came, I brought him back up, but he never went back down there.
I'm telling you,
we did, but I mean, we gotta be out, because we gotta be around everybody. So we had to come up a lot.
Yeah,
I don't like being in the basement because of them. You know what I mean? But it was convenient for all of us.
Now that you say that, I think I don't know if it's happened here. I'm pretty sure it did though. You probably were gone.
Mhm.
But just the idea of family being under one roof and still being closed off with one another
Mhm.
in the same house. Everybody's in their room, doors are locked, doors are closed, or
Mhm.
just we in the same house, we texting each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Mhm. Yeah, they'll call and FaceTime me. I'll hang up on them. I won't
Mhm.
answer.
So I think there's a I think this conversation is part of the greater lesson and purpose for the audience, of course. But even our own family, just the level of closeness that can come from it, and the idea of bringing family together, and whatever our goals and aspirations are, and being able to work towards them together, and thank you God, accountability,
Mhm.
like being this close will help you keep each other accountable. Like, cause it's so hard to not know Mikey slipping, because Mikey live in Catonsville, Shannon live in Howard County,
Mhm.
or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah.
So that's the part you gotta remember, because it's just the opposite. It can help. It can help make the family tight and better, or what the enemy want to see, it'll break it.
Mhm.
You got a choice. You start slipping. I mean, me and my brother was tight. We used to be real close.
Mhm.
When all that stuff happened, that thing fell apart. We never got that bond back again. While we were still brother and sister, but when he got strung out and all that stuff, and it's just the behavior, the attitude, and the things that went down. We just never was able to recapture that. It was just lost, and that's the one thing that I hated the most, and not doing with my brother, but we never regained that part. So this should be a lesson learned, what good and what greater purpose is going to come out this. Don't let the negativity of life, don't let the friends that want to knock on the front door, or I can come through the basement, all that stuff. I would never, ever open that basement door and let somebody come in. Because the first time you start, it's going to keep going, and it's going to be a repeated cycle. It's going to be nobody will come in there and spend the night. Nobody, but it's just a lot that you got to take and you got to look at. This right now, this move is, like you said, for a greater purpose, to dwell and to make things better for everybody. For everybody. Even people that we're going to meet one day, because we were able to make it through this process. We were able to make it through this time productively and not fall back. How did you make it? It might have been hard. I might have had a struggle. I might have had a thought. I might have did one. I might have wanted to do this. I might have wanted to do that. But I just implore y'all to pray and make it work. I'm telling you. Because if not, you'll never recapture again. You'll still have love for one another, but you'll never recapture that. And I was hearing that song today. I'm so glad I made it by Marlon Sax. I'm serious. Well,
I thought you were about to put it on.
I think she was.
I couldn't find it. But I'm just saying. I'm so glad I made it. What did we make it this far for? A bout of cancer twice. Stage 0 to stage 4. Still here. Not make it this far. Not have a home that we can all fall back on. To come back together for it all to fall apart. Got to think. As tempting as life, as tempting as things can be. You gotta always remember, God first.
I don't have any worries
Oh,
personally.
me either.
You said good for me?
No, I said me either.
Oh.
You don't have no worries. She sure got a warning.
Yeah, I don't think I have any worries. I don't think that.
You see?
You warning?
You know what it is?
What?
It's I think it's also tied to freedom.
What do you mean?
The idea of the basement.
It's freedom.
It's freedom.
From what though? Like, this is why I think I have a hard time
It's
understanding.
fine. It's fine.
Because
I don't want to harp on it, but
I don't get it.
It's a level of freedom that you have. That's why
That's why I say it has to be something else behind
my
it.
phone's gonna be not disturbed, so I'm not gonna see your message.
Say what?
Oh. It's a level. That's why I said. I guess the basement is a metaphor for your life, your lifestyle, because it's a level of freedom that comes with that level of seclusion.
No, you know what it makes me feel like? It's rebellion.
It could be all of it. I mean,
Because you already have freedom, right? So now it's like, okay, I have to alter my life to accommodate other people. So now being down here gives me this freedom because on the opposite of freedom is imprisonment. Like there's some type of, like you're trapped, right? And so this emotion sounds like it's like I'm about to be, I can become rebellious. But it's like, what are you rebelling against? You still have freedom. So maybe if you change the mindset, it's like you're not, the only thing you're losing is access to 3 bedrooms. You
no,
know
I
what
mean,
I'm saying? Does that make sense?
I don't think you lose access to anything.
I don't think you lost access to anything either.
I didn't bring it back up. I was just saying.
I'm just saying I don't think he lost access to anything, but it's just that people are occupying 3 rooms in the house that you still live in.
But I do think this.
Mm-hmm.
This is one thing that I do believe. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Holy Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe if you take hold of this and run with it with a greater purpose, you'll look back and say, look how far we came.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you got to think about. We made it. Then you'll play that song yourself. So I'm saying, because so many people would love to have this opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I can give up so much to get so much.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give up, well, not give up so much. I'll give up so little because doing the wrong thing is little.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give up all of that to get all of this.
Mm-hmm. I was like on Metaphor Monday. I don't think it was Monday, but I was giving all these metaphors to Bryce. Ooh, I hope I don't make any noise.
Where they at?
Right. Mikey texted him while I talk.
Chick-fil-A lines are normally a little bit long.
Not that long.
And I was just telling her how I said, when you don't do what you got to do, you get yanked out of the line of progression. They say, all right, come on, you playing around. We're going to take you over here to the sliding board, the slide of doom, right? Mm-hmm. And I said, you look around, look at all the people that are in line. I said, notice that those people don't even really look like they're nervous. They kind of like excited, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, I want to slide. We about to go on the slide. And I made her aware. I said, it's fun on the way down. Mm-hmm. I said, it's always, because they sliding. It's a big slide. Mm-hmm. Whee! I said, everything seems fun, but you're on the way down. Mm-hmm. And I was just expressing to her, like, your goals take a lot more discipline than a lot of other people. You want to be an actress. You want to do this. You want to do that. You cannot always be signed up for something fun. Because what you want in life, you have to be disciplined. You're not just trying to get a chicken box and a half and half. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a good point.
Yeah, like it's the slide of doom, I call it.
Yeah.
And in my mind, it was metal like a prison.
So what we want in life is.
I've never heard that before.
Fun on the way down.
Fun on the way down. That's exactly what. That's what.
It is. It's fun on the way down.
And you don't even pick this until you.
Until you're down.
Until you're down. Mm-hmm. And so I was telling her, because we were talking about something with school, and I said, I've been in that situation where you mess up. And like, I said, the only thing is that some people get to the point where they know they messed up and they still will correct it. I'm in that line, and I said I was letting them people get in front of me. I wanted to work my way out of that line, so I'm letting people get in front so I don't get up to the top of that slide, but when I have no choice but to go down. So I'm working my way back to the back of the line because I want to get out of the line, And I said, look at the people around you who are in this predicament, who are in those study halls, after school tutoring. Look at them. Not that all of them are, in a bad space, but a lot of them are trying to catch up for not doing what they had to do. I said, just look. I said, are those the people that you want to be in line with? No, I don't want to be in line with these people.
I like that.
You can take it, but let people know I said it.
You gotta text it
just
to
like
me.
Everyday people.
Text it to me so I can.
And all the other days you stole.
Anything else?
That's all I had to say because I don't really feel. That was my revelation, my epiphany. Like maybe that is a rebellion that's going on. You know.
Well, they're in the Safeway parking lot. I don't know what they're doing.
What they eating?
They probably don't even know how to get in there. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, in Chick-fil-A.
The line.
What did they get their food? Okay, go eat.
Let this conversation be a level of inspiration. One, for closeness with family. I don't think we've ever sat this close before.
Oh,
and just talk.
And just talk.
And just talk.
You were just laid across my couch after you had to fix your
But you were in another. I'm being facetious.
Oh, because people believe you.
Jesus Christ. Let this be symbolic of it being okay to sit down around the table and just talk and engage with your family about any and everything.
You know what? I got something better.
Okay.
Let this be motivation or
Right. I thought you had it.
I can't think of the word.
So
Let this give you the freedom to be able to talk to your family members about things that might make you feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
That's a good one.
All right.
And
I'm going to steal that right now. Let this be, let this conversation be an inspiration for you to talk to your family about things that are uncomfortable.
Even if it includes them.
Even if it includes them.
And
Anything else I can steal from?
let y'all be our family to keep us
Accountable.
And we will also be sharing with you how the basement living is going.
It's decorated nicely, though, I must say.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Well, we'll go down there and see it.
Decorated nicely.
I was kind of scared to tiptoe down there today.
Why?
Why?
I don't know. I didn't know what I was going to walk into.
You're just going to walk into the
Somebody
basement.
run out the back door. Grab this sheet.
I just had an image of somebody with a sheet running out.
And I grabbed the shit.
Don't
come back.
I'm not going to ask you that.
Have some
What?
respect.
I don't like saying it like that. But would you entertain somebody that lived in the basement?
Would I entertain? Like a man? Would I
Yeah.
date someone who lived in their mother's basement? I don't think it's. I think it's just living in the basement. Like if they could be there to try to get themselves together. Like as I've gotten older, the whole hype of having your own is just done. Like it's just, to me, it's like, why do a man need to be living on his own if he could be there helping his family? He's helping, until he's married. I don't really think he has to live on his own. What do you think, Ma?
Oh, Jenny was a little good mother when I met her.
In the basement?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, that's just where you choose to be.
Well, I went one of my friend's house in that basement. I was like, Jesus Christ, this basement.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She had a living room. She had a dining room. She had the kitchen. She had the bedroom. Her basement it was bigger than her house upstairs.
Yeah, one of the houses we looked at.
It didn't look like a
apartment,
basement. It was like an apartment.
But
It's your mindset. It's your mindset that has to make this set
because I
work.
think that you're in a house. I think there's a difference between being in an apartment building.
Yeah, it's a difference.
Yeah, versus being in a home, like, and that you created this whole.
And then I also think that.
And you know what else? I'm so sorry.
What?
You're intentionally separating yourself from people inside of a house. Does that make sense?
Right. Then you also got to say, I'm going to have a level of respect for everybody in the house. I'm going to have a level of respect. Yeah.
On that note, living life is the longest thing you'll do in the shortest amount of time, and you only get one. So whatever your dreams, goals, and desires are, make sure to go out there and get the job done. And while you're doing that, remember his name is Jesus Christ and not Tom Cruise, because there's no such thing as mission impossible, because we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. Till next time, I am Mike Banks, for real, on all social media platforms. This is my mom. That's Shannon. We'll see you next time on the Mike and His Mom Show.
See ya.